Having Duke Brennan, obviously changes our team dramatically, and so I got to give him a lot of credit for rehabbing hard. Our medical staff, him having the will to get back on the court and do what he does. And, he had 13 and 7, but, he puts pressure on the rim on his rolls. He sets big screens. He takes a lot of contact in there, which frees things up for guys like Jacoby and Luke and Tyon. And so, his presence, you could tell from the first couple minutes just changes both ends of the court, significantly for us.
It was really remarkable, too. He didn't have any hesitancy out there. He mixed it up. He made contact. He dug around the rim for rebounds and dove on the floor for a loose ball. That probably makes you a little bit nervous if he's diving on his left arm.
Yeah, no, he's fearless out there. Once he laces them up and goes, and that's part of the reason I think he had, because he knows himself and he knows once he gets across those lines, there's no holding back, that he's going as hard as he can, and his physicality, and he's a way better player than last year too. I mean, that's not the same Duke that we saw out there last year. He's quicker. He's more athletic. He sees the game faster, and he's a much improved player from last year.
Coach, you guys had 19 assists in the first half. You end with 31 assists. As Paul was pointing out, you had 33 made field goals. I mean, is that the definition of ball sharing?
It was really fun to watch, and we just talked about that in the locker room. How fun it was to see the ball moving and guys being shot ready, and so it's a great game for us to see that when we move the ball and how fun it can be. So hopefully this sticks with us. We see it, and hopefully the guys enjoyed it, and we can continue to do that.
Defensively, was it just energy that came out at the beginning, or transferring what you were doing in practice and scout to the court better?
Yeah, I think there's a lot: energy, toughness, desire, grit, will, determination, care. You could throw a whole ton of words in there, and our guys did them all tonight, and so really happy. We thought we made a lot of huge progress in the last 24 hours, and it was really nice to see them come out and respond like that.
Yeah, Coach, I thought one great, two possessions down the floor, Jacoby finds Tyon. The very next play, Tyon finds Jacoby. Kind of set the tone. I know we've talked about it. We got a lot of alphas on this team, a lot of guys who need the ball. The guys who need the ball shared the ball, and then they got it back.
Yeah, Jacoby had 5 assists, no turnovers. Ray, 8 assists, no turnovers. Those are great floor games, and they both have really good vision. And so, after Makai had some great passes, it kind of became contagious that guys were looking for each other, and they were cutting and moving. And again, that first half was, as fun a half as good as half as I've seen since I've been here, with how we moved the ball and how we shot the ball.
You almost take the same amount of threes, but it just felt, obviously you make more, but it felt like better quality. Like guys weren't taking the first three on the possession.
Yeah, I totally agree. We've definitely been susceptible to that last year, this year. Being a one-sided team, I thought the last 7 minutes we did it about 3 times, and it stood out like a sore thumb, when we didn't get the ball side to side. So, hopefully the more the guys see it and they do it, they realize that it's a much better way to play basketball when we share it and multiple guys get to touch it.
Coach, the first 4 games bench scoring and bench energy had been a little off. Having Duke back, able to bring Luke and Makai, just kind of pushes everybody back down into more normal situations.
Huge difference, just rotation-wise, feel-wise, guys get a better feel for the roles they're in. And again, this is, how it was tonight. That's when you put the team together, that was more what it was supposed to look like. We're Game 5 into the season, but, it's nice to have it in Game 5 to kind of see and work on that rotation. And again, Duke hasn't played 5-on-5 since October coming into this game. Tyon hasn't really played that much with Jacoby because he's been out, and so for their all first time on the court, really playing like that, it was really impressive, and so hopefully it's just going to continue to get better.
Usually we couldn't ask you too much about the next opponent, but you probably have seen plenty of Stanford because in this schedule where everybody's been playing each other, you watched how this Norfolk team took them within the 2 minutes the other night.
Yeah, this is a really good team. I said before the game, we're going to have to play our best game of the year to beat them, and you could see why. Their two guards are dynamic. Again, we're not going to play. We're going to play as good maybe, but not better than those two guys as a combo. All year they can really go score. And I thought they hit a lot of tough shots. I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought we played pretty good defense at times, and they made tough shots. And they have 8 seniors, and so I'd be very, very surprised if they're not in the NCAA tournament. At the end of the season.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the victory. Thanks for the time. We'll see you out in Palm Springs next Tuesday.
Thank you. Thanks, Los fans, for watching and being here tonight.
That's head coach Bryce Drew with his thoughts